You was going the right way.
Okay, but I went to the bottom.
Right. No, that ain't all of them. It's a whole lot of stuff. But we're gonna skip over the Mercury retrograde. We're finna get into this Dawes roll. Keep going. Okay, slow down. Let's look at this for a minute. Let's look at this whole picture. Look at the top of it. Go to the top of it and see what they say.
Come on, baby.
What it say?
They taught us we came to America on a slave ship in the 15th century.
Now, what the other part say? What's the bottom of the picture say?
But the artifacts show we were already here in America 7th century AD.
Well, what's the picture of the artifacts? What in the hell? Do that look like a pale skinned Indian to you?
No, it look like them damn the ones them Huns. Like the Huns mixed with the black, mixed with the
this is a long time ago. This 7th century.
Yeah.
Right. So they tried to tell us that all of the Asians came over the Bering Straits through Alaska and populated the what we call the Western Hemisphere.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they try to tell us.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's go to the pictures. Let's keep going. We got to get to these Dawes Roll shit. Because we got to see who these dirty players is that's doing this bullshit. Oh, I seen the turkey. I was out. The turkey standing in front of the car.
That's fire.
I ain't never seen a turkey over there. That's Lucifer.
You get a good picture of him right there.
Mm-hmm.
He fattening up for the Thanksgiving, so we can.
Oh yeah, I might not never see a turkey in that spot again.
Hey, that turkey represents a sign. It represents a certain energy. That bird, that turkey.
Yeah, the turkeys mean chief.
Yeah, and strong bird. It's a strong bird too. One of the turkeys, one of the strong birds.
Mm-hmm. That's what your chief is, the strong bird.
Yeah.
This James Brown, please.
That's rare though. That's rare to see a single turkey like that out there.
Yeah, and especially where I saw him at.
Yeah, that's rare.
All right, now we're about to start getting to the good part.
Yeah, I like this picture right here. That's fire. I'm gonna say that one.
Oh, whoa, we got to read that because that's important. If y'all got to be aware of this, the day is coming soon where good men are gonna have to do. Scroll down, we read the rest of it.
Oh, damn, my bad.
It say the day is coming soon where good men are gonna have to do bad things to very bad people. That's the day I want. That's where I want to get cut loose at, right there.
Damn.
All right, here we go. We're about to get into it.
Oh, it's still loading up. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm. Just going in all of the pictures we went over earlier and everything.
Yeah.
I had to set up in case the rest of the pictures didn't go through. We would have to be going through all of this. Oh, go back up. One picture before this one.
This one picture we went to go over. Yeah, that red.
Yeah, because this is the Mongol Empire. Scroll up a little bit so you can see where Rome was to the left over there. You can see the other way. Okay. A little bit more.
Damn, stop. Come on, baby.
You see where the Buddha is in Italy right there on the top left?
Right here?
The boot. It's right up in that area though. But it's the Buddha Italy.
Yeah, I see it. Right here. Right.
Okay, now the middle, that's the Middle East right there, directly to the right, the left of the red.
Yeah.
Right. This is going, now you're going over to Turkey and all over in there, Macedonia and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that's under that, you got India in the middle, and then you got Asia, that's China. All that's China over there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And where you see the to the left, you can see the Red Sea, the Gulf, the Persian Gulf over there to the left, and then you can see Egypt, right? And that Egypt. Now, years ago, everything that you see south of the Mediterranean, that was all Egypt going into India. India used to be Eastern Ethiopia.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay, let's go to the next picture.
Okay.
The next one gonna be the Huns. We already seen them, so we're gonna skip the ones we already did. So these is the people they kidnapping and using as servants to bring over here to conquer and to use them. Here we go. We're getting there now. You see what that say?
Yeah, Dawes Act.
Yeah. You see where it say Indian land? Did it show him eating the ground?
Yeah.
Okay, now we about to get into the Dawes role. Let's go, young elder. What the people saying in the comments? I can't see them.
Man, they saying game over. They saying, man, this shit is on fire. We the hottest niggas in the game right now. That's what they said.
All right, let's go to the top of this picture because this picture right here is important.
Okay.
See it? Dawes Act of 1887. Now we 100 years into the war contract from 1776. All right. So it implied Indian ways were inferior to white ways. Now remember, when they talking about white people, they're not talking about pale-skinned Europeans. They talk about European nobility who came over here as Etruscan Moors, as conquistadors, as Frenchmen, Englishmen, and Dutch. Right? You got to always remember that. Okay, now, we under the impression, based on the way that they lead us to believe the term white man mean, that they talk about a pale skin like this dude sitting here. Right? But this is not what they're talking about. It said the Dawes role was aimed to bring Indians into mainstream of American life by making them live like the white man. And so it's trying to make you be something that you're not.
Okay, go ahead. You going in?
That's out the gate. It's telling you that right there. Okay, now what's the next one? The Indian resisted. That's a standalone statement. The Indians resisted. All right, now you look at his name.
It's Senator Henry
Dawes. That's who the Dawes role was named after. Right? Okay, now let's go to the next one.
Got it.
Okay, now let's go over this. What was the 1887 Dawes Severalty Act?
Go ahead.
Right? Now, it said the Dawes Act granted the president authority to divide up native lands into individual allotments. Land was placed in trust for 25 years. Excess land could be bought by the federal government and sold to non-natives. 1902, the Dead Indian Act. This is what makes you a straw man right here. 1902. Now, this is all under the Dawes role.
Keep it in mind. Go ahead.
All right. The 1902 Dead Indian Act allowed natives to sell inherited land even if still in trust status. Think about that for a minute. You can't sell trust if you're a trustee. All right. As many natives were impoverished, the sale of land provided income to live. Now look at the name of that. The Dead Indian Act.
Damn.
Right? First of all, the term Indian is a misnomer. I mean, a false name. Okay? Followed by the Burke Act of 1904, authorized Secretary of the Interior to determine competency of landowners. Now, remember, we were talking about 3/5 compromise, right? We're talking about $5 Indians, and this is how we become compromised to the 3/5 scenario. Authorized Secretary of the Interior to determine competency of landowners. If competent, the land was distributed out of the trust and then taxed. If incompetent, land could be sold without the owner's consent. Okay, now let's read the other side. Go back to the top. The Dawes Act, subsequent legislation decimated native land holdings and failed to spur natives to assimilate into American culture. Its failure is among the many broken U.S. promises that ultimately devastated Native culture. Right? Let's see what else it say. Native landholders are now showing you what's called a pie chart. 48 million acres remained by 1934. Native land holdings were reduced by 90 million acres because of the Dawes Act. They keep telling me they stole our land, but every time I look out my window, I swear our shit's still sitting here under our feet.
Got them.
Okay, let's go on to the next one. Okay, now that's history chart on the Dawes Roll and related acts. Now look, notice Cherokee freedmen enrollment. That word in the middle is important.
Freeman.
Do you know what that means?
No. Like
that means that you are a more of status classified as a free white person in law. You are classified then under the term of freedman in the jurisdiction of the de facto corporation. That's a whole different people. See where it say Cherokee? That name was made up to facilitate what we about to read.
Damn, go ahead.
That's not our original name, but that's the name they gave us in order to commission the 5 civilized tribes.
Okay.
Right? Okay, so now we're going into Muskogee Indian Territory. From April the 1st, 1902 until May 31st. Now you see this is an ongoing process. It didn't happen in one day.
Yeah.
Because remember, the Dawes Roll started in the 1880s. Now we are 20-something years later. They still working on stealing our shit.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. It's a inclusive for the purpose of hearing rebuttal and supplemental testimony with respect to the enrollment of Cherokee freedmen. That's a double motherfucking negative. That you can't be a Cherokee freedman.
Right.
Because you have to change your status to a freedman as an indenture in order to become a free white person in law, meaning that you had to get from under your servitude commission by the people that brought you over here. Notice is hereby given to all freedmen listed as doubtful claimants that after May 31st, 1902, their case will be considered as completed and will be finally decided by the commission and reported to the Secretary of the Interior for his approval. Native Cherokees, now you see the comma?
Yeah, yeah.
Freedmen, you see the comma?
Yeah, separate.
Right. Or that's okay. This is separate from both of them. Claimants by adoption who have not already appeared can apply for enrollment July 1902. You see the word adoption?
Yeah, right.
What does that mean?
It means that they added it on or drafted it in.
Right. So if it's a claimant by adoption, that means that you claiming that somebody in the tribe adopted you and gave you some kind of birthright.
Yeah, still not birthright. Yeah, cool. Go ahead.
Okay, now let's go on to the next one. We just showing them because they say we don't have no receipts, Elder, but they don't want to talk about this shit we're talking about now.
Get these
paying to play Indian. Read this. This is paying to play Indian. Look what it say. Paying to play Indian.
Damn.
The Dawes Rolls and the legacy of $5 Indians. Paying a commission $5 can get an opportunistic so-called white person on the Dawes Roll 125 years ago, which still causes problems for tribes today.
Damn.
It may be fashionable to play Indian now, but it was also trendy 125 years ago when people paid $5 a piece for falsified documents declaring them native on the Dawes Roll. They already know it's fake. It say it right here. Damn. Falsified documents, $5 a piece, 125 years ago, declaring them native on the Dawes Roll. Let's go. We're going to get into some so-called $5 Indians paid government agents under the table in order to reap the benefits that came with having Indian blood. Mainly so-called white men with an appetite for land, $5 Indians paid to register on the Dawes roll, earning fraudulent enrollment in tribes along with benefits inherited by generations to come.
Damn.
These were opportunistic so-called white men who wanted access to land and food rations, said Gregory Smithers, associate professor of history at Virginia Commonwealth University. These were people who were more than happy to exploit the Dawes Commission and government agents for $5, were willing to turn a blind eye to the graft and corruption. You see that word graft?
Yeah, that's you might go in on a little on that, man.
Okay, go on, don't go nowhere. Stop. We're gonna look at that for a minute. Go back.
I'm going back.
Okay, now and the government for $5 we're willing to turn a blind eye to the graft and corruption. Who's grafted?
Right? Like who's black, like who's devil.
And if he's the devil, wouldn't that automatically make him corrupt?
Yeah.
Why? How do we know this? What do it say in the book? You are not of my father, you are your father. He was a murderer from the beginning and a liar, and there's no truth in him.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Let's keep going. The Dawes Commission established in 1894 to enforce the General Allotment Act of 1887, or the Dawes Act, was charged with convincing tribes to cede their land to the United States and divide remaining land into individual allotments. In other words, separate the unity. Look at this careful, y'all. The Dawes Commission, established in 1893 to enforce the General Allotment Act of 1887, or the Dawes Act, was charged with convincing tribes to cede their land to the United States, which is a corporation, it's a de facto, not a de jure, and divide remaining land into individual allotments. There's only one problem with this, Elder.
Go ahead.
In the Jubilee year, and I think 2022 was a Jubilee year, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. In the Jubilee year, at the close of the age, I think we're going out of Pisces into Aquarius. Am I right?
Yep.
Okay. So if it's a Jubilee year at the close of an age, and at the closing of the age, everything reverts back to who it belonged to at the beginning of the age.
Mm-hmm.
Under the Jubilee forgiveness of all debt.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, it's important that y'all looking at this. The Dawes Commission, established in 1893 to enforce the General Allotment Act of 1887. The word that's operative at this point is enforce. Mm-hmm. What the fuck that mean?
Mm-hmm. Enforce to make your ass. You ain't got no other choice.
Right.
Bow, take it like a man. Take it up to,
Yeah. So was charged, that means that they was given power to convince the tribe by what method though?
By we're gonna kill your ass and you'll take your kid if you don't do what we tell you to do.
Right. So they want us to give our land up and break it up into individual allotments. That's so that they can divide it up and sell it off our property under our feet. Mm-hmm. The commission also required Indians to claim membership in only one tribe and register on the Dawes roll what the government meant to be a definitive record of individuals with Indian blood. This is going to come back up when we listen to Chief Warhorse in a few minutes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey, can I ask you a question right here?
Huh?
Can I ask you a question? Does this tie in with the I know it's probably gonna come up but does this tie in with the Andrew Jackson Indian?
Yep. Because yep, exactly, 100%. Okay. Andrew Jackson was declaring people chiefs. Mm-hmm. Can you hold this and go to open up a Google page? I want you to look somebody up.
Hold on, make sure I don't do it. Okay, let's go right here.
Look up Chief White Wolf.
I got him already in your folder. Hold up. I got him in your folder. Yeah, I knew you was gonna probably say something about him, so I got his ass.
Mm-hmm. You sure? Don't worry. That's him.
Yeah.
He was supposed to have like a 10th native blood or some bullshit. But he was declared the chief by a political figurehead. I think it was Andrew Jackson, if I'm not mistaken, who was declaring these motherfuckers chiefs. No, nobody over here ever looked at like that.
John Smith. Now, was this a damn John Smith that was going out to Pocahontas?
It could have been. More than likely it was. Remember, he didn't even come from over here. The guy that was out there, that's his soul who it is. But in the story of Pocahontas, he came from Europe.
Yeah, he did. He came from Europe. Dark niggas was in Europe.
How the fuck you get to be the chief?